Music is a therapy in itself. It's an appeal to dance. I mean, everybody wants to dance. It's naturally inbred in people. My personal preference is jazz. You know, I love me Rat Pack, I love me Frank Sinatra, Tony Bennett, Dean Martin. These are my favourite artists, but you won't find inspiration for rapping them.
Yeah.
You will in their stories, not in their flows or their bars, you know what I mean?
But if you want to put your song on GRM Daily, it's £300 sterling.
You can get just as famous from going viral on a freestyle. If you got famous off of a video, and you don't have any good music videos to fall back on, I'm just going to divert straight back.
Off.
Finally made me first couple of quid off Spotify, and to be honest, it wasn't very much.
But it was yours.
Yeah, there's a lot of people around Dublin now that I've seen that are actually they're more poets than they are rappers, writing for themselves, but also for a large target audience that is there. If I'm going to put my music out there, I want it to be the best. For me, when I get feedback off people, like even just for somebody to just text me, I'm already in the mood then to sit down and write again. You need to be appealing in all aspects.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the big question. You know what I mean? It's the holy grail of the music scene.
Jump in the pool.
I'm Mackerhymes. I'm from the city centre, Dublin 2. Ready here to do this interview.
So here we are with Macker. Now Macker, for anyone who's looking at your music now, it seems to start with Sweet Tooth with FMC.
So pleased to meet you. True Macker and Bialy's on the track now, that's a feature.
But talking to you before the interview, that's not actually your first song, is it?
No, well, believe it or not, I actually did have two previous tracks of that.
Yeah.
So I began with Baby Brain. Baby Brain was the very first
That
one.
means that I'm gonna be a baby daddy. Made me happy, all I used to smell is weed and keep. When now I gotta smell a motherfucker dirty nappy. Got baby brain. Baby brain.
The missus was actually still pregnant at the time, and I was hoping to get into the swing of the music scene and stuff. So decided to take inspiration from obviously the Baby Brain that I had, you know, starting to lose the plot, the pressure and stuff.
Yeah.
So I went in and when I was recording that, I thought it was the best track. I thought it was going to push me to #1 in the charts nearly automatically, you know, that kind of way. Looking back now, it's probably the worst song I've done.
You kind of have to go through that creative process where you need to start from a place and then go to the stage where you actually look back at what you started and you're like, oh, that is terrible. But you needed to go through the point where you thought it was good to give you the confidence to keep going. If
that was never there, I never would have seen the progression. I never would have felt that snowball effect. I never would have seen that the momentum's coming to keep going. You know, the momentum means more ambition. It means it's gonna push you fast. I love the English language. I love to write. I've always liked to rap and do freestyles here and there. So it's just how can I use that to my advantage. I was very excited. You know, I didn't know much about the scene. I didn't know much about many of the rappers. It was all so new and raw and real. Let's go again. And I mean, I want more of that positive feedback. I want to know that I'm helping or putting a smile on somebody's face.
Resilience, yes I bounce back. 1 in a million, stick to my track. Not really, I stick on my line and I deal with the pain when my head gets cracked. About a trillion times I bounce back. And I write me rhymes and no slack. That I spend me days smoking. I am not fucking broken, I'm just cracked.
With the crack as well, it's like we all have our issues. It's like I tried to bring a bit of mental health awareness in there. It's like I tried to cater for all audiences and show people that look, I see what's going on out there. I'm not just taking a one-side perspective and talking about, say, like look, I live in the flats. I know there's a lot of drugs going on around the area. There's a lot of the lads and all this and that and stuff. But why not take a step back? That's not all I see. I know that there's also mental health issues here with like the lads and stuff. Do you know what I mean? There's also like the comedy aspect. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you never see the lads sit down and look at a few memes or something. You know what I mean? So why not introduce that funny aspect into something that was originally looked at as something more on a not negative but more aggressive style, you know, that kind of way, and bring my own outlook. And that's when I started writing Wildfire. Macker's new song Wildfire is spreading internationally. It is destroying forests and ears alike.
Yes, Macker is spreading like wildfire.
And Wildfire was just a bit more generic. It was kind of just catchy, that kind of narco style beat. Excuse me, as I say, something a bit different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I didn't want to stick with the drill because I didn't want to get caught up in just one genre.
So that was your first music video. And how did you, what you thought making a music video would be like compared to what it was actually like? Did it change much when you did like new music videos with like Ed Did It and stuff?
It did a lot. The first one was nerve-wracking. It was a one-on-one. It was just me and the cameraman. It was simple. He'd done a good job, do you know what I mean? It was just nice and easy. But like as I say, I didn't ask for much. I kind of went in and told him I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't do, as I say, I didn't put much study into what other people are bringing out in their music videos. So I didn't put a lot of thought into the side that isn't right and the side that isn't dropping my own music, and you know what I mean. So the promotion aspect might have dwindled.
They show fake love, they have no skill. intimidated cause our flows kill. The show
You did that one with Casey, which was kind of like in terms of like the beat.
Yeah,
it was sort of like something from the 90s or something like that.
Yeah, the old school kind of hip hop. But I didn't also want my bars to go unnoticed. And a lot of people will listen to these. Like me personally, there's some songs I listen to for just the flow. And the only reason I'll ever listen to the lyrics is if I'm listening to it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And sometimes that might not happen. Sometimes people might just listen to a song, and I'm not showing my talent or what the message I'm trying to get across. I can't really show as well because I'm focused on flow or because I'm focused on speed maybe. And so I have learned to kind of slow it down a bit.
Then I roll up when you come round, and we're not done till the drinks get down. We have hope in this place we found. Together going down, 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 down.
If I have hope when I was actually singing, and that took a lot for me to go in and sing, because I'm not a big fan of my own voice, and I know I don't have the best voice out there, but if I can hear the note, I'm happy to drop it on a song here, just to show a bit of versatility, to keep it open to everybody, as I say, from all genres. Vivid, as I say, he was gassed about the song, you know what I mean? He was the one that gave me so much confidence over it.
Yeah.
Because he kept saying, I love the song, and I was down, and I was like, oh, I'm singing and stuff.
Is this a part of you thinking, oh, maybe an Irish person shouldn't be doing this type of music, or is it just your own voice?
Not for the accent. I believe it's more just personally my own voice, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's always just been, say, a worry of myself. I always found that the only way people could enjoy my voice was at a fast boppy rate, you know, fast syllables, coming in with mad flows and switching it up, and as long as there was a rhyme scheme there. Whereas then I couldn't show the education behind the bars, like the bars that I've had to go and take inspiration for, the hidden meanings, the secret metaphors. So over time I slowed down, and I got great feedback. People were telling me, look, don't worry about your voice, you know what I mean? Like it sounds well, so don't think it doesn't, you know what I mean? That's just your own personal opinion, your perspective on things. And on top of that, it's like now we can understand the bars. You still have the bouncy flow there, it's just being slowed down. I did get in touch with FMC to get me foot through the door, to show me where there's a studio, to explain to me how things work.
Yeah.
And even at that, like even having sat down and chatted to him about that, and having then met up with more of the lads, you know what I mean, Vivid, Ja, you know what I mean, all the boys that are in the music scene, so you learn so much, because then we got Tracksuit Chat down after that, and that was a complete hit, you know what I mean, like we performed that all over the place.
Crash the party, coming in like a master artist. And I'm a blast apart, this cast of armour, leaving only half a part, and a man at the after parties in a flow with Jason.
It's a shamelessness in me, you know what I mean? I don't mind putting my face out there, I don't mind that aspect. But having said that, I'm still a bit of an introvert at heart, you know.
Yes.
I find it hard to keep up with the social media aspects, and I don't have a lot of time to go onto Instagram. But like I try to get on to say if I have like I can't believe it's not Buddha, and I just want to throw up an extra story and promote it. But then there's like I need to go and reply to everybody that's texted me, and I need to go and get on, and probably I should share this now, and I should be promoting me upcoming music. There's a reason why famous rappers have people that look after their social media for them, because it's a daunting task, it really is. And like especially for the likes of somebody, if you are a little more on the introverted side and you do prefer sometimes to be just by yourself, it can be tough when you need to keep up appearances. I do support everybody being there for me, and the fact that they're all still liking me pictures and my videos and stuff, it does mean the world, because it means that when I am up and out at Rupp, I have 10 times more inspiration there, because I know that there's people waiting for me music again.
You and 3 other rappers, 97 Ghost, FMC and Ja1, did a blockbuster, did Global Warning.
Clean like I'm antiseptic, sweet tooth to a diabetic, make a shake like an epileptic, wrong turn to a septic ending, and I love my chin, how Duke can take it.
So was this this was your first time doing Dearfxch, yeah?
Yeah, because the Sweet Tooth was on the FMC channel, first time, so because we were hoping to get a video done for Tracksuit Chat, but we never got around to it. So what we said instead was, why don't we all do a new track instead, do a video for it. So we got the track down, gave Ed a call, we says, look, we're ready to rock with it. Now at the time we had a nice idea as to what we wanted. As we said, global warning, lockdown, coronavirus. You know what I mean? We knew what we wanted, but the van was kind of a bit of a last minute idea. We seen the van there. I knew the lad that owned it across the street. So they were like, look, like even Ed's genius, of course. I think I might have his jump out of the back of the van. I was like, brilliant. Like, do you know what I mean? Obviously knocked over the man. Just, you know, his order to use the van. Yeah, you aren't gonna rob it, is it? No, of course not. You know what I mean? All of the hazmat suits and stuff. Do you know what I mean? we actually came running out of the van at one stage, and God love a poor woman, she was up the road, you know what I mean? Now, we felt so bad, she was coming up towards us, and when we came running out, she took off running the other way. And I seen her, but it was mid-take, so I couldn't even stop, be like, boys, look, you know what I mean? Or like, let her know it's alright, it's a music video. We're doing this music video here, it's all love for us, you know, there's no aggressiveness in it, but other people aren't going to see it that way. If they hear a rap song, blaring out a song, and they see a bunch of boys in hazmat suits, I understand that completely. I'd see it that way, do you know what I mean? You know, nobody wants to come over and get involved. It's like I can't believe it's not butter, for example, right? I just decided to get a handful of the lads, you know what I mean? A few of my friends, we go up to one of my mates' cafes, you know what I mean?
Casey.
Yeah, exactly. But Casey was used to being in front of a camera, do you know what I mean? The rest of the boys weren't so camera friendly, you know? But they came to me afterwards, having watched the music video, and they says, look, Macca, we wish we had gotten in that more with you, because looking back now, it was the daunting experience of being in front of a camera that got the better of you there and then. But when you actually watch the final result, it's nothing what you expect it to be. You know, if you look a bit bad at one scene, he can take you out, he can crop your face, you know what I mean? He's not going to put anybody in looking silly, you know? If I'm watching a music video for anybody else and I see the boys in the background, it's fair play to you boys, good on you for pulling up, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a respect thing that's deserved for the people, because they're pushing their insecurities and embarrassment aside to pull up for you. Our agenda will always be the same. We want Irish rap to be big. Do you know what I mean? If anybody in the scene makes it, like whether I know them, whether I don't know them, whether we're friends, whether or not, they're still, regardless whether they know or not, making it easier for me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And vice versa. If I make it, I'm making it easier for the blokes who are at the very top and the boys who are at the very bottom. We're all pushing this same goal. I know I'm solo, but I like to keep myself different. I like to do a bit of everybody. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, you say solo, but earlier on in the year, you dropped Adaptable.
Yeah.
The album, just 25 minutes of just good music, and on that you had you'd been featuring with Jab1, you had FMC, Casey, and then almost every track was produced by a different person. So there was Vivid Beats, who mixed and mastered, I think there was Death Stars, there was Hargo Productions, all these different people involved, so that like no two songs sounded the same.
I feel like collabs only better me, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like I still get to do my thing, I still get to stick to my beats, to do my flow and whatever.
Yeah.
And somebody else gets to show off on my track and make my song better, add a bit of diversity. Somebody who doesn't like for example, if I have a track with somebody else, me and Casey's intimidated. If they don't like mine, they might listen to it for Casey's.
Yeah.
If they don't like Casey's, they might listen to it for mine. You know what I mean? It adds that variety there. That's a little bit of insurance to say, well, look, you are guaranteed to push it a little bit more. I find if you're in a collective as well, you're part of a whole. I'd rather be the whole. Like when you look at me, I want you to see what you get. Do you know what I mean? I want you to know that, like, if you look at my page, that's me. Do you know what I mean? There's no like link over to these boys, and that's also me, because I'm part of them, and these are all part of me as well. And it just it sets up a web that in a way pushes people away from you. I'm Mackerhymes, catch me on Instagram. I have an EP out, I have a new music video there dropped on Dearfxch TV.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I can't believe it's not butter. I'm sure you're going to like that one if you have a listen. I'm a rapper from Dublin, Ireland, D2, just trying to make it in the scene, you know. I like to write, I like to do a little bit of singing on the side sometimes, but mostly just trying to help push the scene and get my music out there, and hope everybody enjoys it.